Welcome to the Intuition Hour with Katt Nicholson, where our wonderful host Katt encourages each and every one of you to build your own intuition, navigate your own connection with spirit, and tap into the deep beauty within yourself. Enjoy the Intuition Hour with Katt Nicholson.
Well, hello, everyone, and happy Monday. Happy full moon to all of you in Aries. I am so excited to be back. I feel like I've been gone for 200 years, but I'm kidding. I just, now it feels like yesterday. So I'm definitely back in the groove. I am so grateful. You have no idea. I am so rejuvenated in every way. And definitely, it's really, really interesting how taking a little time out from our regular everyday world definitely opens your eyes to so many things, so many new truths, so many I want to say eye-opening experiences and then some. Lots of new animal friends, as you all know how much I love that. Surrounded by nature, the water, it's been very, very healing. It's also been very, let me just say, contemplative in a sense that there are so many things. I think when we get in this day-to-day grind, which, by the way, I have no intention on leaving again anytime soon, or Mark says never say never, but right now, Mark Hesson, I'm saying never. I am very, very grateful for all of you that we are reconnected. It's been an amazing few days. I'm definitely on a roll. Good morning, Texas. Good morning to all of you here on YouTube. You are listening to the Intuition Hour before I forget myself. And I definitely, you're going to get your card for sure. What is the date anyway, guys? It's a very happy birthday to Maureen today. If she's here, I think she's on the move, having a good time. It is October the 6th. I can't even believe I'm saying October. I want to thank all of you. Moving along, Shell, I have your information also. I just haven't had a chance to be off the phone, which makes me very happy. I think that coming out of our everyday world, and I know many of you, happy birthday. I think I said happy birthday to you too, but happy birthday to you today. Happy full moon to everyone. It's interesting because getting back in the swing is really easy when you're definitely ready to do so. And yet coming out of it has been an adventure, to say the least. I am extremely proud of my children and just the way they've engaged each other for the first time in many years. They've been apart in their adult lives for almost a decade, or it's been a decade actually. And so it's been really great to see them in each other's company and things like that, and recognizing some of the wisdom that they've gained over the years, and really, really shocking one another. It has been really quite, I don't know, just it's heartwarming for me as a mother, and a single mother at that for many years, to definitely see how everyone has really, even though different, so much the same heart, and so that's been really good. I'm definitely happy to be at home. There is no place like home. Okay, I'm glad you guys can hear me now. But in any case, I am definitely, I had a good time, but I'm having a great time, Pamela, now, because this is right where I'm meant to be. I think I am reaffirmed time and time again. I don't think I've ever felt more passionate to be back in the psychic space. I don't think I've ever felt, I kind of was deaf, dumb, and blind the first few days. It was quite hilarious to see someone in a different frame of mind, because I really got to experience some unique things, and at the same time, way too foreign for somebody like myself. And honestly, I'm happy right where I am. And sometimes we feel like we're missing out on something, because there's when they say there's no place like home. I think for all of us, home is where our heart is. Home is where our passion is. Home is where we are meant to be. And when you come out of that, yes, it's an adventure. But I also do believe that you have to step out of it sometimes to recognize how amazing it really is, even when we get tired or we get sick of our everyday, or we don't know how we're going to, wake up with a smile on our faces tomorrow, or and honestly, when you step outside of it and you kind of explore something different, you realize how very blessed we are in our day to day. And I definitely, and there, Patricia just said something really interesting. She said the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. And it's so true. I feel so excited to be here with all of you. I'm going to come back and teach very soon. Becca, I promised you that. So I'm going to keep my word on that. You'll be seeing some registration this week. I'm really, really excited about that. I also feel very, very ready. What happens is the Aries moon is such a great time for all of you to kind of take off your slippers, put on your shoes, really get down to the nitty gritty about what you're passionate about. And, it is about me or we, because I think the Libra energy is so about the we, so about the fairness, so about the balance and truth, so about justice. At the same time, that Aries moon is like, well, what about me? How can I become the best me for the better we? And any we, your partner, your neighbor, your friend, your relatives, your kids, your parents, whoever it may be, your coworkers, of course. How can you become a better you? And how can you become better for you while being able to learn how to be in a continuous state? That spirit of generosity looms, because honestly, and guys, I want to say this, we have a lot of thunder and lightning right now, and my power's been tricky all morning. So if I lose you, I lose you. And I want to just say it in advance because it's been down a few times. So just in case, I'm not leaving you on purpose. The bottom line is, when we could start off, when I say to put your shoes on, it's one thing to lay around in your slippers and lounge and rest and take it easy and everything else. But I think Aries says, what are you going to do that is better for you? And what are you going to do that's better for everyone else? So you could still maintain your spirit of generosity and that gregarious part of yourself. How are you going to connect to the outer world to really make a difference? But it's not just about others, it's about you. And I feel like where your passion is so very important, because where you serve with that passion, and this is, I think, one of the greatest lessons, I think when we serve with true passion, no matter what, I don't care if you work in Bell's Outlet, I don't care if you work at the corner store or the grocery store or the tax office or the school, or I know so many of you teachers are giving your guts right now for every reason, and it's so difficult, and you have to be careful about everything you say. And I honor teachers so much in this world right now because they have so much burden to carry, or whether you are just taking care of people at your home and you're a mom and you have kids and you're whatever it is, wherever your passion is, this Aries moon tells you to dig in a little deeper and improve on whatever it is your day to day. Because honestly, I think what I learned by going away from my day to day is that I take advantage, or I take it for granted. I take advantage of it. I take it, to just, okay, it's a day to day thing, whatever. And now I know I can embrace it and make it better. And I came back to make it better, and I want you to make it better for you. And I think no matter what happens, even a few hours away, take a step back to really look at the blessings in your life, because I think it matters so much. I feel some opportunities coming for many of you this morning. But I also want to say there are 3 of you who are interested in new, 3 listeners interested in new job journeys or adventures, and this is top of mind. And I do feel that you may get tempted by a second opportunity. I don't know where this is coming from. I wouldn't ignore that first opportunity, though. I think the first opportunity is the best this time. I do not think the second overrules it. I don't know what I'm saying, but if you're searching and you're choosing between two, the first one's better than the second. I feel very, very confident about what I'm saying. So if you are looking, please remember this. I also feel like, let me just see something, guys. This is so funny because somewhere I'm stuck. Even though online it's showing me off, it's actually showing me in. So, or I'm not in, but my phone's ringing. Okay, hold on a sec. I feel super excited. Right, hang on a second. We just have a little time snafu, and I'll be right with you guys. Hold on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. It was just a little time thing. All right. So anyway, so I also feel like someone is listening. I do have another baby in the house that is unknown at this time, and it is a relative of someone here. So I love that. I feel very strongly about that. I also feel, so if you're wondering about someone or you have a suspicion, I feel very, very confident that somebody is pregnant and going to tell you very soon within the next 3 weeks. I also feel like I have some questions to answer in the room. Let me just see something else. I want to know if anyone has a question about a Michael, because I'm feeling a Michael very, very strongly today. And hold on a minute. You can let me know. I have some birthday messages to catch up on, I see. In any case, let me come to Jean. I'm going to come into the room. I'm getting hit all over. And I mean this in a very funny way, because I'm getting a lot of flashes, but I'm also getting a lot of lightning and thunder. So you hear in the background, it's a very auspicious moment in time. I love this full moon and what it's going to bring for all of you. And if ever before, you know, that Aries moon is new and it's fresh and it packs a punch, but a good punch. Because if you were hanging on to anything that you were unable to let go of, this is the time to really let it go. And it's really the time to start fresh. I'm not really saying to cut off your emotions, because we don't really want to do that. And we learn that over time. But I definitely want to say, you know, that Aries is like cut off their heads and kind of like, you know, leave it by the wayside, because you want to put those shoes on for a new beginning. And it's okay to freshen up your space, and it's okay to freshen up yourselves. And it's okay to really move forward now instead of hanging on. I think we've had a year of a lot of past experience. I want to call them hauntings, but for the lack of better words, hauntings, association, triggers, all of these emotional, Saturn in Pisces, right? Now Saturn back in Pisces for our remaining months here for February 13th. I'm waiting for you. In any case, the bottom line is this. I think that we have to honor these feelings, but this Aries moon also gives us that fullness and that freshness to say, you know what, I'm going to take the bull by the horns, literally, ram. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to not forget to act like the lamb sometimes, because also we do want that new, softer, we could soften our edges a little bit, you know. Where is that Aries moon? Suzanne, do you know? Mikey can count for Michael. We could do that, Shell. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll talk about this. Suzanne, you go ahead. If you know where it is in your chart, that would be good. Of course, depending on where it is. So first I want to talk to Michelle. She says, does Mikey count? Because there's, guys, sometimes we have these connections with people. I know that thunder's getting loud. I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but it's crazy here right now. We have connections, and we call them like past life connections, unexplainable connections. We feel like we've known this person forever. We have relationships that are ungratifying or unsatisfying, and yet we can't let them go because for some reason there's all these would have, could have, should have, what if, maybe, all of these things, right? And so we have these circumstances that can occur that we can't explain. We don't know why we can't let this person go, so to speak. Michelle, is what she's asking. And so you had something to see in yourself through this connection. But sometimes when we try and really, we overthink it, we overattach to it, we try to overcompensate for it. And Shell, this is for you, because the bottom line is this. We can't fight these things because we really have no control over it. And when we start surrendering it to our higher power, then we're able to maybe cope or understand or manage it. There's something you have to see in yourself around this connection. How many of you have had a connection that you really couldn't let go of, even though you knew it wasn't good for you? You weren't even seeing this person in real time. They were making almost no effort to be with you. And if that person doesn't provide, profess, protect, prioritize, pursue, and of course have a package that you're interested in, there is really a lack of balance in the connection. Therefore, we sometimes think we could fill in all of these blanks with our irrational and rational thoughts, and we just go on and on and on, when in reality, there's something that not only to see about yourself in this connection and what you deserve, even more so moving forward, it's actually a reminder. It's almost, I want to say this, and I hate sounding cold about it, and I hate sounding cold about relationship, but it's the appetizer, the entree, the dessert. You know what I mean? Which one are you going to choose? And so for you, with this situation, I think, it's kind of like, you want your main course of relationship. You want your long-term, positive, mutual connection. And I think this person has been traumatized to the point where they cannot give in the connection and match you where you are. And so to me, that's like the appetizer before the main meal, right? And listen, this is it's cold way. It's a very Aries moon way of dealing with it, but I definitely feel for you, and I care, and I want to embrace you because I know you're having a hard time letting go. But I honestly believe when the universe is ready for you to let it go, and God's ready for you to let it go, it will go. And it's an interesting thing, and I can only compare it to being given the grace of letting something go that's even an addiction. And some of these things are an addiction. And when I say these things, I mean these relationships, just like cigarettes, just like alcohol, just like pills, just like whatever you're addicted to. When you're given grace to let something go, it leaves you. And right now you can't believe that there will be a time and place that you can let this go, but I know you will, and I hope that helps, because I always say, if it's not Mike, it's Super Mike, right? Or, if somebody's not coming to the table, giving you what you deserve, what you need, what you want, it's kind of a straggler. It's like hanging on to the side of a building with one hand dangling. And so you want somebody there to pull you up and pull you over the edge to get back on that ground, Every time she puts him at the foot of the cross and feels amazing, he shows up. It's a strong karmic connection. And I hate that word, but I use that word because I don't have any other reason for it, because past life connections are very real. We have no other rational explanation for anything except from some other time and place a contract was created between two souls, and that is what you're dealing with. And in our physical bodies, there's nothing to give you what you need. But in our spiritual bodies, exists from another time and place. When that contract is ripped up, when that contract ends, it expires. It has an expiration date. Nobody but God knows that expiration date. You don't know that expiration date, but you accept it and you have to live with it. And you have to understand that in this body, in this lifetime, that is, you deserve so much more. And I think that will, I hope it does help. And I hope we addressed it enough. And I don't know how to explain it any better or any other way, but it's such a pain in the butt, you know? You'll get through it. I sense that you're going to have a really good, between now and spring, you're going to change even more so. And in the spring, we're not going to be talking about this anymore. I truly, truly feel that. So let's see how it plays out, okay? And you come back and tell me. Now let me go to Jean because she says I have to give her a card, and I'm going to. And Jonathan, I miss you guys too. Tyler, good morning to you. I missed you guys while I was gone as well. Let's see how it plays out, okay? Now, Jean, let's take a look. I do want to say one thing to Tara, though, about the puppy. She says her Taurus husband isn't, I think that Percy was just meant to be. I think we chatted a little bit while I was also out of town, and I felt like I wasn't resisting it either. So I do feel it was meant to be, and I'll come back and talk to you about that in a minute, okay? Sometimes we just know. We have soul connections with our friends. Our animal pet, our friends are, we have soul ties, not with every one of them, but with specific, special connections, you know? All right, now, Jean, where'd you go? I'm going to focus here. Feels like we're gearing up for Halloween because if you guys heard it outside, you'd understand. It's like the perfect time. I can feel that veil getting thinner. I know you do too. All right, here we go. Jean, this is going to be for you. You know, I see you flooded with not only positive, I think you're going to go back into your past. And I feel ahead positive energy, like you're going to go from the 5 to the 10. So, what that means to me is emotionally, I feel like you definitely are healing something from the past. I think it's very hard to let go sometimes when we are healing things from the past. I feel like you're coming into a new beginning. I also believe that I want to tell you there's really I think what the message here is what's done is done, and like really embrace the new beginning, because I think if we spend too much time looking back, we really are missing what's here and what is in front of us. And I think it's so important to give it a day at a time kind of energy right now. And your future card, though, is the Ten of Cups, which I absolutely love because it really does bring a wholehearted, like, spirit happiness or perhaps a collective happiness. So if you were having any trouble with any in your world, I definitely feel a lot of healing. And I also think you're going to find bigger and better things to be happier about in your world. And so collectively, I think sometimes we get in a place of finding our happiness in a certain way and we stay in that certain way. And all of a sudden we realize there are all these other things that we should collectively bring into our space. And I'm feeling a lot of that with you. And I do hope that helps. Definitely feels bigger. And also, if you were having any trouble with a family member, friend, or a relative, or anyone, neighbor like this, I think things are going to get a lot better. You know, sometimes we get stuck in the past and we feel like everything is going to be the same. And honestly, everything changes in a consistent way, you know? Like, the only thing we can really expect is change in our lives, and that's fine. We don't love it, but we also welcome it. And so at the same time, I think it's challenging when we get used to disappointment day in and day out. Like, this is what I feel. We get used to being disappointed by others, so we expect less. We get used to some negative outcome, so we expect the same negative outcome, or we think the future's the past, and it really isn't. And I think that's the biggest message here. The future is not the past. And I think finding contentment in your day now, your happiness, your joy. Like, what if you had the same cup of coffee every single day and you've been drinking it for 20 years? Has anyone tried another cup of coffee? New flavor, new place, new brand, new anything. And I feel this for you. I feel new flavor, new brand, new day to day, new something, you know. Coming out of that comfort zone, I think, is very, very good. And sometimes expanding like that, if you don't like it, you can always go back to what you know. And I feel good about that too. Because we say sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side, you know? I think it's funny because I had this going on in my mind, like, before I went away. I think I was telling myself that I had to be normal and go away. It's been 5 years. It was our anniversary, our 5th year wedding anniversary. You know, we haven't been gone since honeymoon time and blah, blah, blah. And I kept saying I had to tell myself what I needed to do as a human. Like, I had to be normal. And honestly, it was the most abnormal thing that I probably could have done. And there is no grass greener than what I do every day. And so I'm reaffirmed for that, you know? And sometimes just drinking that other cup of coffee may make that regular cup of coffee that you drank every day for 20 years better than it's ever been. And so being more grateful for that flavor or that cup, it could work both ways. But for you, it's good to step out of the box, expand, really welcome that. And I'm saying this because I feel like your new flavor is going to stick. And I really mean this with all my might. And I also feel like the joy that you're going to gather, and I think it has to do with people more than coffee, but in any case, that's okay too. So I think you're headed for some happiness. And remember, the future's not the past, okay? All right, I hope that helps. All right, Tara, let's come to your puppy. Oh, but Jean, when it comes down to the card, it's like the 10 of Cups. I never answered your question, but there it is, okay? I hope that helps. Happy full moon to you, Renee. And Quelly, Pamela. I have another question that I want to get to. Tara's dog, who, by the way, she showed me the picture of, and it's so, so precious. And it's funny because, you know, when someone, this is another, like a soul moment, I think we can call it. When someone shows you something and you already believe that this has happened before, like a deja vu. I've had a lot of deja I really, really, truly believe this puppy was with her before and is meant to be with her now. And that's why there's no resistance from Donnie. I think he manifested it as well. But I also think you've had this dog before. I'm like, Tara, this is your other dog. I thought this was your puppy forever. You know what I mean? So at first, I had a flash, and I felt very strongly about this puppy being part of your world and part of your spirit world for years, decades, centuries, whatever it may be. I absolutely love that for you. And Sean fought our new coffee maker more than the dog. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? I mean, the dog's meant to be. I am 0% doubt, and I'm so excited for you guys. But I think the dog's been with you for eternity. I'm not kidding. You're gonna see what I mean. And also, there's wisdom in that puppy. I could tell, and like advanced wisdom, like because it's been part of your spirit for so many centuries. Like I feel centuries. Like I'm like, Tara, what are you showing me this dog for? You've had this dog forever, but it wasn't true. It was just telling. It was a thought in my head, you know. So I love that. Carla, good morning and welcome. So happy to have you back. Happy full moon healing to you as well. We love the Aries moon. I think the dog is meant to be. I can't say it strongly enough. I don't have any problems with that puppy either. I don't feel like I have to fix anything or try to correct. I just think it is what it is. The puppy's going to fit in. I love it for you too. Imagine having your spirit dog, you know, your soul dog. You just know. I was like, I've seen this dog with you before, Tara. That's how I feel. Okay. Now we have a big congratulations in order on the new puppy, but we have an equally good. I love that, Suzanne. I'm not going to forget you. I see your answer. I do have to congratulate Denise on her home. Congratulations. Let's take a look at her closing. It's happening today. Great day. And talk about new beginnings. Hi, Randy Gale. Good morning. Soul dogs are life-changing. There is no doubt about it. Now, let me look at Denise's closing quickly. And then let's keep on going. I got to go to Suzanne's moon. You could tell I was so super excited to be with all of you. Especially coming back into an Aries moon. I think the psychic energy is super high. Denise. Great day for a closing. There may be a little paper shuffle last minute. I feel this. If there hasn't been yet, don't worry. 10-6 is good. This is part of your destiny ahead. I love that. Now, let me say this. I do feel a little kerfuffle, like it's not a big deal. Then there's a new beginning. Now, here's the thing. When we purchase a home, and I don't know how many of you have gone through this, but this is so important for new homeowners, especially. It's interesting because we get so hyped up and so excited and so incredibly ready, and we can't wait to get in. And then we sit there and we look around. I think Gail just went through this. There's always something after the fact. Like, Denise, don't worry because it's going to totally be okay. The thing is that at first you get like a little, you look around and you're like, now what? Now I got to get the furniture. Now I got to do this. Now I got to do that. Then what? Then I sit there. Then you have a little kind of this is just what to expect. And I'm seeing this in your cards, so I'm not speaking in general. I'm speaking to you. You're going to get a little bit down for a minute. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's like the crash. It's like the heightened, the adrenaline rush, the excitement and everything else. There might be a little kerfuffle today. Do not get nervous. It will all work out. I see the move. I see the new beginning. I see the purchase, everything like this. But then you're going to be like, okay, now what do I? And that's normal. And once you go through this, you're going to make a turn. And you will welcome so much love back into your life that you won't know what hit you. Because what you're about to realize and be reminded of again is that you can do whatever the hell you want for their duration. You can invite people over. You can invite animal friends. You can decorate any way you want. You could do whatever. You have so much freedom ahead of you. It's almost take the reins in a little bit, but that's okay. I'm teasing. No, we will not stop you. And it's going to be an amazing time. The thing is that at the beginning of the year, give yourself 4 to 6 months to settle in. And I mean this so strongly. You will be okay. If you have a little letdown, you're going to have a big pickup. Make yourself some morning smoothies or whatever it is that you can tolerate in your tummy. I feel like just doing something special for yourself every day is a start. I think you have to acclimate with your home. I think you have to get to know it better. And I feel very, very good about it. I'm just telling you, there's a little down and then an up. I think even within 6 weeks, you'll be like running the show and I'm feeling amazing about being a happy home. 4 to 6 months for total acclimation. The now what will be filled in. I cannot wait to hear what you do in your world. It's going to open wide. It's going to just be amazing. And remember what I'm telling you about, you'll be a little sad. It's like kind of it's almost sad, and then it gets great. So it's okay. And congratulations. I'm super excited. Let me know if the kerfuffle, like with the paperwork, and then we'll get right through. It's fine. It's like maybe an hour or whatever. Nothing big. But I do want you prepared, and I do think it's normal last minute. So you'll be fine. Hopefully it already happened is what I'm feeling. So we'll see. But you're going to be great. And congratulations. Gail, let me look at you before you run off. I see you were on the move. Took time finding this. Oh, stuff is happening. Can you let me know if there's anything I can? Water damage. Cleaning up the past. Moving forward. I think you have a great vibe ahead, for sure. Let me take a look at the water. There's always some kind of something when we acclimate to a new place because the energy of home can't sometimes handle. I think when we move like this, like sometimes sometimes your energy the house can't handle, not the other, right? So it's like, whew, like the storm came in, and that's like very. It's a great storm. It's a great storm. But I also feel like sometimes the energy's heightened, so we have to acclimate. Did you clean it up already? Or are you working on it? You're working on it? I feel like you're working on it. That's okay. I think our energy is so heightened that I don't see any kind of long-term situation here. I think you're going to get it fixed. And I also believe that there will... I don't want this to... Okay, here's the thing. This is all about... Of course, water is emotion, and we kind of align those topics. I don't want you... Might need new floors. Okay. But this is not how it's going to be forever. This is just a moment in time that needs correction, and then it's over. And what happens is when we go through major change that is about to improve our lives, and we make very difficult decisions to improve our lives, as painful as it is to leave behind what we had, to only move to better because we know it's toxic, we know it's not right anymore. Somehow the universe throws something our way to say, aha, now you've done all this changing, you've done all this moving, you've done all of these things, and we're going to throw a little tiny challenge at you because we want you to temporarily believe that this is harder than you think, or that you did the wrong thing even, like, or the grass wasn't greener on it. Believe me, your grass is going to be so green, you're not even going to know what hit you. And so this is just a little tiny test of patience and a little tiny thing you're going to overcome. Just like every normal household owner or household whatever, we have stuff. It will be gone. This is not the way it looks in your home forever. You have made the right decisions. I am definitely telling you this. I know this wholeheartedly, and shit happens no matter where we are. So you're going to overcome this and you're going to be okay. And I mean that. Now, within a week's time, I feel like you're going to really have it together as far as knowing what you're doing. If it's extended into other, I just don't want you to have a wet floor. I don't want you to wait. I don't want you to waste time. Definitely get it taken care of. And of course, we have homeowners insurance and things like that. Sometimes it depends how much it is. Like you might want to take a little cash and if it's just that small area. And it's time to get some new ground under your feet. And I feel that too. So you're going to correct this issue. You definitely did the right thing moving forward. I can't wait to see what you do. Again, acclimation. Like I said, the energy has to melt. It's like I want to say a mind meld, but it's like a melding with home. You kind of blend together. And I really feel that. I love you too. I could feel you, believe me. And this moon will give you a fresh start. It's kind of like, Gail, you have so much oomph and so much gusto. It's like, take the bull by the horns. Like I keep talking about the bull, but I'm actually meaning the ram. Take the ram by the horns and run with it. Get it. Just do it. Start fresh. I feel like when we think about the washing machine, we wash the dirty laundry. It's gone. It's over. We got to change some footing, some flooring. It's good. It's a fresh start, and it's a new life. And it's very apropos. It's very timely, and it's very like a metaphor for you in every way. And I feel like we're going to smell some new detergent too, It's good. I like it. Nice and fresh and excited for your new life, okay? All right, sweetie, I'm so glad you're with us, and I'm so glad you're here. Now, now, let me see who's next. Aries helps you, all of you, on any battleground because it brings new energy and it brings new life. And the Libra energy reminds you of the balance and the give and take from others and the give and take from yourselves. It's definitely not time to take too much of yourself for anything. And boundaries are going to become more important than ever for the remainder of the year. And positive thoughts become things. And it's human and normal to get stuck in our negative thoughts. But Aries, again, will help you with that battleground as well. I feel very, very good about that. Suzanne has a 5th house Aries moon. Does anybody want to chime in and help me on this? No, I'm teasing you, but you can. Please, I'm welcoming everyone to put on this. We love the 5th house Aries moon because, you know, it's time for some fun. It's time for some fun. This is a very in charge energy too. And maybe making the plans, like the party plans. Maybe the children, maybe the I love this for teaching energy too, or working with children, or reading for children, or anything like this. Any full energy, I love this for. Also, maybe learning how to innovate or taking the lead on more family fun, any kind of events. I love it for, even though it doesn't just, I know it's not any ruler of it, but I do feel this. So I think the 5th house moon, Aries moon, to me is actually, if you don't have some fun in your world, you'll, and this doesn't hold true for anybody. Some of us can live with the day to day. You actually need some action. I like the drama around it, honestly, and I like for you to initiate some change as well. Creativity is a big deal. What is it that you are creating? Can I encourage you now with this Aries full moon to start something new? Maybe whether you're painting, maybe pottery, maybe art, design, anything like this. I feel very good about that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and refresh. And I feel really confident. You can't get stale right now, also. You could tell I use the confident word so many times today. That's so Aries moon. It is very, it reminds you to all be confident about what you're choosing, what you're doing in your lives. I love all of that because you definitely need to take charge. And the spirit is going to help you take charge right now of anything. If you've been lounging around on something and putting things off, which, by the way, I do feel this about some of you. And of course, we're all human and we all do the same. But I think anything that we've been putting off or lounging about or just kind of tucking it under the pile for later, we save it for a rainy day. It's time to get it out and tackle it. I think that holds true for things we hate doing. So our least favorite thing can be tackled with vigor right now. So let's just remind each other of that as well, okay? I also have this book on my table here that says, if you're freaking out, read this. And the name of the author is Simone DeAngelis. I don't know if any of you have read this book, but it's pretty hilarious and it's very easy and small. And again, it's called If You're Freaking Out, Read This. And I think it's fun. It's a little workbook. And it's kind of not for the faint of heart or language, but it's definitely very fun. So it's a really good boost. It definitely reminds me of the Aries moon energy. So I think it's pretty funny. Again, it's Simone DeAngelis. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. I think we'll open it and have a little fun over time. But every mistake is going to lead you to a better outcome, believe it or not. And I really, truly believe right now, many of you are learning this. How many of you recently have learned from mistakes more than ever before? How many of you understand that you are here to learn more and more? And I really feel this about you right now. And I do believe there are teachings coming that are, you can't put your words to it. For all of you, I believe there are teachings coming that you never really expect, something you never expected to learn, you're about to learn. And I believe that it's so clear that you're just going to be like really thanking the universe for all of it, because I really feel like this is what's calling to you now are these new lessons and experiences that you can't put words to. And I like that. Somebody asked a question. What is the lesson when one is serving with true passion, being verbally abused on near every day? First of all, I would never encourage you to stay in this space, but if you have no choice, which some people have no choice, of course, my first hunch would be to tell you to get out of it. And I know that right now it's not realistic. You have to start reflecting. You have to deflect that energy, though, and you have to really, really think this person at this toxicity that's coming through this person as toxicity on this person and not you. Because that's the truth. And that's exactly what's happening. And this person's actually making themselves ill. And honestly, you know how I would take it, especially in an Aries moon, it's like perfect timing, because I say Aries wants to help you on the battlefield. I would keep a healthy boundary the best you can in the meantime, and really look for plan B. And honestly, your passion does not change. I think with Aries moon, I have an Aries the 8th. It drives me to want to go deeper into the passion, and I hope I can share that with you. Because these things happen in our lives to test our patience around our passion, to elevate even more firmly, stronger, and elevated in your position and in your desire to serve. I hope it fuels you, because somebody's anger is energy. And you use that energy to fuel you towards more passion and to bring that passion elsewhere time. And when it's in your control and nothing else and nothing less and nothing more, but you take it and you use it and you look at that person and you deflect that energy and you understand that that person has beyond issues. One thing I can't stand is abuse in any way, shape, or form. And I am telling you, I want to say things out loud that I can't on the show, obviously, but the bottom line is this, because it fuels my passion to want to help and protect you. And you keep protecting yourself. And, lately we've been working with a little pyramid energy to protect ourselves so that no one can get into our headspace. And maybe you could try this a little bit, like a little bulletproof vest of sorts. Like a pyramid shape with some beautiful colors around you that no one can penetrate your domain. And I feel this deeply. And so you're going to get out of there soon. Now, when I say soon, I'm talking 3 months. Nothing. I can't tell you three. And I feel that very strongly. Okay. Keep using that fuel to climb higher to your passion and doing better work instead of weaker work, because that's what abusers want. They want you to get weak, and I just want you to fight it within yourself and get strong, and you're going to get out of it. And you're going to go into a much better situation. And I do hope that helps. Good morning, Miss Katt. Thank you for being here. Everybody, I can't believe this hour flew by. I'm so excited to be over at today to navigate this Aries full moon with all of you. Time for a new beginning, and it is a very exciting beginning. I'm super excited to be with all of you. I thank you for showing up for me today and for us today and to be here. Randy, I see what you're saying about the puppy. I will attack it next week. I want you to just take it slow. I'm not panicking about it, and I want you to either. I want to ease your mind at a time. Then it's going to be okay. Right now we're okay. We'll come back and talk to you next week. Serena, thank you so much, everyone. And I cannot wait to see you all back here in 1 week. Thanks for putting up with the storms today. And I'm so grateful for every one of you. Thank you. Stay tuned, everyone. And thank you also for subscribing to our channel. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.